Hello.
There.
Hi, Jerry. Welcome, welcome. We are recording. It's automatic. And welcome, Renee and Jay.
Good afternoon.
Howdy, howdy. We'll waiting another minute or so.
Hey, Jerry. I just jumped on Dawn's live. She just did a live. She was talking about negativity, people leaving negative comments, things along that line. And she was just saying, I'm not going to entertain it because I'm not going to give that person any energy. And that is so true.
Exactly.
We have a guest on LIU 1967. Do you have video maybe? It's not required, but it's nice to see your face. Share with us.
Yes.
Video. If you have a mic, you can turn that on too. So sometime in the webinar, you'll be able to say hello if you want to.
Oh, you were on Dawn's live too, huh, Jerry?
Yep, I just caught the end of it here, so.
Yeah, I did too. Okay, well, are we recording? Yes, we are. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started today. Saturday, April 22nd, 2017. Welcome to the Harmony 311 S5 webinar. What are we about on these webinars? Well, it is really, really simple. We're here to collaborate with one another, support one another, train one another, educate one another. In essence, just be there for one another. It is 5 of us that make up S5. There's Renee Sullivan. You see her there on screen. Hello, Renee. I call her the sensei. And we have Christian Caspers. He runs our Zooms for us. My name, Jay Dyson. We have 2 missing in action today. Dal Sahota, who is in Australia. So it's like 6 o'clock in the morning over there with her. And then we have Darren Johnson, who will not be available today. And I see Mr. Long. He is one of the perpetual attendants here on our webinar. How you doing there, Jerry?
I'm doing pretty good today here, so been trying to get my weight loss going. Was at the gym for an hour and a half today.
Yeah. And I see Barbara Ray. Hey, Barbara, she showed up to our webinar. I invited her to attend the webinar. Can you hear us okay, Barbara?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, gotcha.
Okay. I'm going to try to pull you up on the computer, actually, but you're not going to see me today. I'm sick and my face is swollen.
Okay.
No problem, Barbara. That's okay.
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I appreciate
Anyway,
it.
you're there.
And I see someone else, LIU 1967 from, looks like that is a Russia domain name extension there, but welcome aboard. Okay, so the topic today is about branding yourself. And this is one of the first things that we're pretty much taught when we first come into online marketing, because there's two different methods of putting yourself out there, okay? You can use what I called the canned method, where you're using your sponsors' email series, your sponsors' sales page capture pages, things along that line. If you've been around any length of time in the online marketing world, things are so pervasive, these canned methods are so pervasive that you can look at a capture page and pretty much tell what that business opportunity is about. And you see that over and over and over and over again. People using someone else's content because, one, they may not, feel comfortable creating their own content. I know I was that way when I first started out. I'm pretty sure I see Renee shaking her head saying, yeah, I did that also. And so when you're new, you wanted the quick and easy way to get out there. But at some point in time, you have to leave the nest and start branding yourself. What does branding mean? It means, for me, it means putting yourself out there in your own way, your own videos, creating them, your own email series, writing your own email series. Everything that you do it for you. And you start branding yourself. The more that you put out there, and we are on, I know Renee and I, Jerry, you're on 100 day, and Christian, are you on 100 day also?
100 day, yep.
Okay.
I'm
So,
not on it, so.
yeah, that helps to brand yourself. Because every time you put out a video, you have to understand that no one else has a video out there like yours, because yours is unique. Your email series, if you're doing the email marketing, every single email that you write, there's not another email out there but yours or like yours. So you get uniqueness in yourself. And then when people start looking at you and following you, it's because of the way that you're presenting yourself out there in the marketplace, making yourself unique. Your message is branded. Your videos brand you. That's what it means to me. I remember talking to a guy about a month ago, and one of the statements that he made was this. He said, every business opportunity that I look at, they all seem to be the same. And I posed this to him. I said, how many auto manufacturers are in the world today? He says, there may be thousands. All of them make cars, don't they? He says, yes. What makes each auto manufacturer different? What makes them different? Their brand is their logo, the cars that they make, things along that line. Yes, true. All of these business opportunities may look the same, but there's something unique about every last one of them, Taxman 88. There's something unique about each one of them. What is that thing that is unique in each one of these businesses? I don't care if there's 2 million people in one business opportunity. Realize this, there's 2 million unique entities in that business opportunity. What makes it unique, your business, is you. And that is the branding thing that we're talking about here, okay? If you're out there putting out the same content as everyone else out there, how does that separate you from the pack? It doesn't. It doesn't. Because people will see the same messages over and over and over again and just pass right by them. Pass right by them. I learned that early on. It's like, man, I have to do something that sets me apart from everybody else that's doing that same thing. So what do I need to do to take care of that? Hey, I got to start doing my own thing. I got to stop using everybody else's videos. I got to stop using my sponsors' videos. Because if I'm using my sponsors' videos, who am I branding, me or my sponsor? Who can answer that question? Who has an answer to that question? Who are you branding when you are using your sponsors' videos, using your sponsors' emails? You or your sponsor? The answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, you're branding your sponsor. You're not branding yourself. And that is so very important. But that's what branding is for me. What about you, Renee?
Well, you brought up some really good points. As far as branding and, doing the email series, making the videos, that takes time. And this is one of those things that people who don't know how to do that yet may, hesitate on and struggle with. And there's a process to it. But the good thing about branding is the fact that you can actually progress in your branding. That's the cool thing. Like when you're just starting out, you know, we do encourage you to, you know, make videos. You can start charting what you're learning, what your progress is. That's part of your brand. Your brand for that moment is you're new. This is what you're learning. It's not about your company per se. It's about you and what your life is. Where are you coming from? Are you, you know, a truck driver? Are you a teacher? Okay. You could talk about that if you have a job. If you don't have a job, are you taking care of an elderly parent? Okay. That's what your life is. That's part of your brand until you find your voice, start doing some videos, start writing some emails, start maybe blogging, start getting yourself out there, start putting some posts in social media. You'll get a flow. You'll get to, I mean, again, it's taken me, when I first started, I didn't really know what to do. You know, I was just like that, everybody else, copying what everyone else was doing. And the other thing I wanted to bring up that Jay mentioned about copying, especially in emails, that same email copied over and over again, that goes to the spam folder. So if you're copying, the first person who's going to send that out, it'll go through. But if you're copying that same title, that same email, you're less likely to get people to actually open that up because it's not going to. So that's another very important element of branding yourself. And it's not.
So Renee?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask you on that point. You know, Steph said to go ahead and take your emails and copy them and then just edit them for myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't been like editing titles and things like that. So is that something I need to edit more of it?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. And I'm so glad you asked that question. And I'm glad I talked about that because that was another mistake that I did. Now, you know, you can use that title maybe in like a future email. I would a bit, you know, but if you're going to do it shortly after, you know, someone you're following, that's not, you know, it might not go to the spam folder. I'm not going to say it does for sure, but it's more likely to go to the spam folder. It's, you know,
yes, someone just recently said, because I read a lot, I research a lot, and someone said in an article or a blog or something about it being 30%, you needed to change at least 30%.
Yep.
Is that accurate?
That's accurate. And the more it's your voice, the better. Okay. Anytime you can do something. And again, I take things from different marketers myself. Okay. I'm not perfect by any means. I don't claim to be a branding expert. I talk about what's working for me now. You know, from where I started to where I am right now, I've got tons and tons to learn. Okay. I'm still out there, you know, I'm still looking at, copywriting stuff myself. I'm still searching for books on good, you know, what are good keywords to use when you're branding yourself, you know, that kind of thing. Even in your videos that you're going to make, not just in emails, like what words, you know, kind of go with you and your flow, but also what words are good words that people are looking for as well.
That balance, yeah.
You know, I use Busy Mom a lot. A lot of people do that, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because it's part of who you are. And a lot of busy moms are out there, but so are busy dads, and so are busy teachers, and so are busy bakers. You know, there's a lot of that. So even if you're a particular thing, it's going to attract a lot of people who have busy lives, which in this day and age, I don't know who isn't. Okay.
Yeah, I've been kind of trying to think about how to, you know, I wrote a blog in my blog. I wrote, you know, a thing about, and also in a couple of videos, I've talked about boomers because being 63 myself, you know, I'm trying to think of alternative angles to attack that from, so I can make multiple videos and blogs and emails and whatnot out of that. I don't want to do so much in the email unless it's on a list of, you know, people that have contacted me that I know.
And if you have a special hobby as a baby boomer, that's even better for your brand. Like if you like knitting, if you like cycling, if you whatever, like I use a lot. I love music. I call myself the musical geek. You know, I'm all about music and attending things for my kids and going to my husband's band gigs, and that's part of my brand per se right now. So
I've been a little leery because of just kind of like a little bit of privacy I'm trying to retain.
And that's okay. I mean, and again, if there's issues like that, you don't want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, well, I mean, it's kind of obvious in my later videos, having got my Elvis wall behind me, you know. You know, I'm a performer. So I don't, you know, I'm trying not to put where I'm performing on my Facebook music page. I quit doing that because I'm kind of like I see people, like I'll put out a video and a blog and, you know, shoot emails. And the next thing you know, I'm seeing, like, I go on Facebook the next day or open my computer and I'm seeing, you know, that my Facebook got hit 5 times, my LinkedIn got hit 6 times. And it's always right after I put something out. So I'm thinking, you know, and it's just people doing research, but also could be creeps. So I'm kind of trying to be just a little bit.
It could be, but the fact that what you're saying just proves the point. When you put something out there, people are looking. Okay, so that's huge in branding. The fact that you're putting information out there and certain, you know, demographic, whatever you want to call them, are finding you doing that. That's huge. That's actually, you know, you might see it as creepy, and it might be because of what your profession is. But for, you know, others who don't have that challenge, that's that's like a blessing. Okay, that's awesome that people find, you know, you that way.
Yeah.
So I mean, that just proves the point of why you want to do this.
I was thinking maybe I could just post on there where I did perform, so that I'm not like, you know, because I'm just a little concerned as some weirdo showing up. But so, you know, because they'll just like play with you and go, oh, I'd love to hear you sing sometime. You know, you don't know who you're inviting. So I'm thinking if I just post like past, like, oh, wow, had a great show at this community or this club or whatever. And then, you know, because I'm thinking of your husband's a musician, I'll bet he'd even relate, even though he's a guy. He doesn't want, like, you know, groupies following him around, weird girls or something. So.
Oh, trust me. He gets them already. He's not like, he's online, but not like I'm online, okay?
Yeah.
And you know what, Barbara?
Yes.
Posting that kind of information, you know what that'll do is it will tell people, hey, she's really active in this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she's here, and then she's here, and then she's here. She's always got these dates where she's going to be somewhere singing. So that helps to brand you also because they see your activity.
Yep.
So at least it shows and again, I'm a real person. I do have these interests.
Yes.
I'm not a you know, canned identity that I made out or something.
That's correct. And that's what you want to do. Realize this, and I'm pretty sure you guys have heard this before. People are watching you all the time, and you don't know that they are. I was in Michigan last week, and 3 of my family members says, hey, man, I've been watching your videos. You know, what's that about? Now they have this curiosity thing going on. And that's what branding does, is it sets curiosity in people. And then they, at some point in time, they reach out to you to find out more of what's going on. And see, you're not hitting them with, yeah, I'm in this business, man, and I'm making, you know, $4,000 a week, and you know, you can do the same thing as I'm doing. You're not hitting them like that. You're putting stuff out there that really piques their curiosity.
Yeah, I'm trying to find ways to say it without saying fake success, okay, or numbers or anything. I'm presenting myself really thankful for the business and that all the opportunities it offers me. And, you know, I've been looking for this for a long time, kind of thing. And you know what, you know, like putting the value in the points that I love like that about without really making a claim that I've made X amount this week, because
exactly
I know, well, this what you were saying, it ties in. My son, I recently talked to him. I met him for a little dinner. We met up at a hero place or whatever, and downtown. And he said, yeah, he goes, Mom, he goes, you know, don't, your videos are great. Don't stop making them. He said, because my friends saw them and, you know, because he posted a couple on his Facebook page, and he said, they said, oh, your mom's so awesome. She's so inspiring. And that just like went, oh, you know, because I love kids. I love young people.
Now, what does
that
what does that feedback that you get from people and everybody on this webinar, you start with the branding strategies, then you'll get this feedback. And I tell you what it does for you. It lets you know that, hey man, something's working, you know, and that just gives you positive energy to keep going with this, because now you know people are watching you. And when you know that people are watching you, you know what it does? It holds you accountable to yourself and to your business. Holds you accountable.
Jay, I had a question about this branding. Now, I had an idea. Now, when I'm posting on Facebook, doing my little posts I put on there, you know, like 20, 40 a day, whatever, when I ever keep steady at it. I did actually get a lead the other day doing that, which my first day, that really surprised me. And so I was like, oh, it's interesting. So, but what I was thinking about it is like, if I'm posting my regular little ad on there with a picture and my link, right, to where I want them to go, any reason I can't also like go into the description and then add in there, or in that same body, where it'll say read more, where they can look. Could I also like put my my blog, or put something else so that they, you know, kind of like they might click here, 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 and here?
Okay, you talking about in the description on your Facebook page? Yeah, use that.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a good strategy? I mean, I was kind of just thinking about it last night. I was thinking if I added to my little, you know, blob text, just put down there, blog, put my link, LinkedIn, put my link. So they're seeing I'm active. That would be show the activity. And then they could just like, if they're interested, they could click and check, you know.
Sure.
That might even get more hits. And I heard a long time, because I've been in sales and, you know, everything my whole life. And I remember hearing that, and I guess it is a form of branding, but they said that when people hear your name 7 times, they pay attention. When they hear your name 20 times, they think they know you.
And that, what you said right there, that last piece that you said right there, they feel as though they know you. That is the essence of branding right there. You hear people talk about know, like, and trust. And through your branding, they begin to know you. They begin to trust you because you're always feeding them valuable information. You're striking a chord with people. That's why you tell your story. And they begin to like you. So when those 3 things come together, when those 3 planets align, that's when people start reaching out to you.
Yeah, nice.
Excellent.
Christian, your ideas on branding.
Yeah, so I do best when I show people what I do. So I'm going to show you. All right. So we talked about branding, and what I chose to do is I have myself out there as a smart marketers. So everything I do refers to that, as well as you guys talked about, you know, mentioning names. Well, every time I open up my video, it's like, hi, my name is Christian Sean Cashers. I'm back with another video, you know, and people get to remember that. I also have Lucky, my cat, jumps on me a lot. So I think people, they make fun of that. They like that because it brings me back in, you know, showing you my pet and everything. He just jumps on. You
just instantly win over everybody with a cat, right?
Yeah. That's pretty cool. But that's what I do. So here you can see the capture page, and I've got my own video, which is, you know, it's very important to brand yourself. We all mentioned this earlier about capture pages and sales pages. When you first start out, it's okay to use someone else's capture pages and funnels, because let me tell you this, it's a lot of work to create these funnels, okay? And I've spent a lot of hours doing this, and then a program might change on you, and you have to go in there and change it. You know, so the capture pages, the emails, and the sales pages. So if you click on, you'll see the sales page here. And of course, that's an introduction again. And this goes on and on. This is all created by myself. So people get to know me when I refer to smart marketers and all that. This is all part of what I do. Smart Marketers Group, everyone who joins my business gets to go into a group. And then, of course, the YouTube channel, Smart Marketers. And when I do videos, I trail it with a splash. And people get to hear that music, that sound, and the Smart Marketers. So that's some of the things that I do for branding. And here is Harmony 311. You can see we've started to brand ourselves, the colors, the rocket ship. All right, the Harmony 311, S5 being the starting 5, 311 being the date we started, March 11th, and we're all in harmony. So we're branding ourselves that way. So that's pretty much a lot of what I do for branding. And also you guys talked about stories and all that. You have to have a story. I have my story. Some of you listen to my videos, you know what my story is, and I'll tell it over again. Sometimes I'll put a little twist on it. And sometimes in a longer video, I'll go into more detail. But I have a short version and then a longer version, detailed version for those times when I need it. So get yourself a story, and it doesn't matter where you're at. Okay, I always show everyone where I'm at. If I'm building a business and I'm not making any money right now, that's okay because I'm building a list. So I show you how I'm building a list. Why? Because when you build a list, you can market to those people and they see your business, they'll come on board, and that's how you build a business. If you have earnings coming in, you show that. So always show people where you're at, be honest. That's pretty much where I'm at.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Be honest about where you are. You know, people are going to ask you, have you made any money yet? Okay? Because they seem to want to hitch themselves to people that are making money. But you know what? That's really not the important piece, okay? I could be following a guy that's making $20K a month, but he may not be available to me, you know,
Right.
when I want to have a question answered or I'm stuck in a spot. And a guy that's making nothing a month, I could go to him and he could help me out. So really, that question right there is a way to answer that question, by the way. I know Renee and we have videos out on that, you know, addressing that question. You know,
and it goes back to, again, being where you're at. And also if you're trying to portray yourself as someone who's making a lot of money and they find out you're not, that's
yeah.
You want that. There goes your integrity out the window.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But in addition to that, you can relate to people. There are a lot of people out there. There are a lot more people not making money, struggling to make an online business work than there are people who have already succeeded. All right, so you're actually relating to those people a lot better because you are where they are. Okay, you're further along the road, I hope, but you're where they are and you can relate. They can relate to you. So that's where my approach is. So that's a good point.
And many times, the person that's just a few steps ahead is your sponsor may not be the best person to help you brand yourself. It's the person just maybe a few steps ahead of you that is going to be the one to help you. And that's huge for people to understand. It's like you like Jay alluded to, like you could have the guru, you know, who sponsors tons of people, you know, as your sponsor, but the person that's going to help you the most likely isn't going to be. Don't get me wrong. There's things that the gurus do to help.
Sure.
I'm not
Absolutely.
trying to make it look bad, but that person that's actually going to help you and develop your brand and your voice is most likely someone a little closer to where you are, you know, but a few steps ahead.
Well, and don't you think, like I already made notes. I was going to do my next video as soon as I can hide the swollen face. I was going to make one and I was going to do it on attraction marketing as opposed to relationship marketing.
Yep.
and that it kind of, I think that kind of just says what we're talking about. And with the point you made, Renee, you know, I can relate to you easier than I can to Steph, even though I love her to pieces. I can relate to Rob more than I can relate to Steph in a lot of ways, because, you know, I raised 5 boys and he just, you know, he's so, you know, out there, and they are too. And it's like, I just kind of go, yeah, if they were looking at Steph as smart and awesome as she is, they couldn't relate to her, but they would totally relate to the dude. And because he's just a guy and he doesn't care. He's just a guy. He just says it like it is, and how he feels.
And Barbara, here's another important point. Not everyone's going to be comfortable with creating videos. Not everyone's going to be comfortable with writing emails. Not everyone's going to be comfortable with doing blog posts. You know, some of us are comfortable with doing all of those, but you pick something that you're comfortable with, and that's what you use. That's how you communicate. I love doing the videos. Renee loves doing the videos. Christian loves doing videos. That's what we're comfortable with. You know, that setting that you see in back of me, every last one of my videos. That's a part of my branding, is my setting that's behind me. Okay, the colors that I use on my web pages, all a part of branding. So when people see it, hey, that's Jay. You know.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
And Christian brought that up too. Like, everything says Smart Marketers, his music, you know, his YouTube page, his, you know, everything has that. That's part of your brand, and that's what you develop over time.
And that's cool, Christian. That is very impressive. I liked it, hon. That's good.
If you've watched my videos, I start every last one of my videos. Hello, this is Jay Dyson, also known as Blue Creek 206. Welcome aboard. And then I close each video. Thanks for coming aboard. That's a part of your branding. That's a part of it right there.
That, I think you just showed me what I'm doing. I didn't even realize till I was just going over some of my old videos. And I realized that I almost always say either 2 things: make it a great day. And sometimes I say both, or I say, it's a habit of mine to say happy trails till we meet again.
And that's great. That's part of your brand. That's awesome.
Okay, so that's not just a goofy thing. It's okay to do.
No, it's good that you're doing that. Good
Welcome,
things.
Jenny Jones. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yes, saw you pop in. Taxman 88, I gotta hear something from you, man. You're sitting there, you're soaking all of this in. I know you got something for us.
Evening. Taxman is my code name because I'm a tax professional for the last 16 years.
Can you turn your volume up?
Just a bit.
So I do it from the laptop volume.
Okay, gotcha. Is
that a little better?
That's better.
Okay. Yeah. To be honest with you guys, I'm new to this field.
Okay.
In 2014, trying to.
We lost your video or lost your audio.
Might be the internet.
Maybe we can come back to him in a minute.
Okay.
Hey, let me mute everyone except him. Go try again, Taxman. No. We'll have to come back to you, guy.
Okay. So, Jenny, you just jumped in. We're talking about branding strategies, branding ourselves.
All right. Hey, Renee.
Hey.
Oh, so Renee and Jenny, you guys are associates. Okay.
Yeah, I've been hanging out with her for a little while off and on.
Yep. She's my sensei, by the way.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Jay calls me sensei. So did you have a question for us or something you wanted to share about branding?
Who, me?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, Jay was
No.
kind of, no, okay.
Okay.
No, I
we're
just came-
happy to have you.
Oh, thank you
have
so
something
much.
to say or not.
I'm not familiar with the way Zoom works. I didn't realize that I would be vocal, have an audio up and everything. I thought it was.
Well, you can mute yourself, or Christian can mute you if you don't want to be heard.
Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't have anything to say right now. I just came in to listen to hear what you guys are up to get some good nuggets.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we're small like this, I love it because we're going to be able to share with each other and have other people speak. If we grow a lot bigger, like double, triple the size, we won't be able to do it as much. But it's good at this point.
We're growing kind of quickly, though, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
We have more people on.
Yeah. Less than a month into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hid myself, and I don't know how to put myself back on. So,
By the way, thanks, Jay, for inviting me. I didn't know you guys were doing this.
Oh yeah, every Saturday at 6 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, sweet.
Every Saturday. Several of us have touched on the fact of doing a story. Each one of us have a story. There is some event in our life that motivated us into getting into this business at some point in time. I know my story is one of being outsourced 3 times. And then the 4th event for me, I see Taxman shaking his head, so he must have some familiarity with this. The straw that broke the camel's back with me and said, hey, enough is enough, is when they did a corporate downsizing and I lost my job. That for me, okay, enough of that. I have to do something different. And that's when I got out on the internet and started looking for business opportunities. That was a year ago.
Yeah.
And I tell you, it has absolutely changed my life being involved in this. And each one of us, there's something that has happened in our lives that caused us to make this move, to make this transition. Taxman mentioned that he's new at this. You know what, Taxman 88? We all were. Each and every one of us started out at 0, didn't we, Christian? Started out at 0.
Yep.
But man, what a learning and educational process it has been. I mean, it really has been. I now feel comfortable enough where I can step out and do those things that are separate and different from what everyone else is doing.
Like these webinars.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things that people don't necessarily take advantage of. And this is one of the points that I wanted to hit, is that webinars are part of your branding, even if it's among all of us, because like Jay said, we all have a story. Mine happens to be that I was a speech pathologist for like 18 something years. And we had to move. My husband's job moved him. And because of certification issues, I couldn't practice as a speech pathologist. And, I had tried for 18 years to make something happen, but it wasn't until I was actually forced to not be a speech pathologist that I really said, okay, I've got to do something. Business-wise, I mean, it was kind of what drove me to really be serious. I was kind of trying and hobby-like doing a business, and then just it pushed me into, okay, there was an urgency there. So and I ended up, having a business for 4 years, self-employed, offline. But it was the start of me saying, okay, I'm moving to the internet. So there's always something in our life that kind of gives us some motivation and push to say, okay, we're going to do this now. We're really going to go in full force and do this. So, and I mean, every single one of us, whether you're just starting or not, has something.
You have a story. Yeah, you have a story. Now, here's something that I want you to be aware of, and I don't want you to make this mistake, because so many people make this mistake. it's easy to think that every person out there that's looking to get into a home-based business or business opportunity is struggling somehow. That is not the case. There are all kinds of motivations that are out there that give people that push in this direction. Yes, some people are struggling, living from paycheck to paycheck, while others just may be fed up with their current situation and they're not struggling, from paycheck to paycheck. They just want to get out of the current situation that they're in, okay?
In my case, it's not only because I have a full-time job as a computer programmer, but you never hear any of my videos talk about the job, how lousy it is, and how my boss sucks. I don't say any of that stuff because it's not true. I like working in the career that I'm in, but I'm not financially free. I can't pick up and take off with my wife and do what I want to do. I'm depending on the job. So that is my reason. So you have to think about that when you talk about people. People come, like what Jay was saying, people come from different points of view. So never approach them from that point of view. If you're talking to them on Facebook and all that, that's a kind of marketing that I don't do much of anymore. And you know why, but I do paid advertising. But still, social networking, okay, talking to people online, there's still a place for that, and you still can talk to people and add that to your list of how you contact people and add them to your list. So I do that. But always remember that people come from different points of view, like Jay was saying.
You meet people where they are.
So how can we tie that back into branding?
That your message, the message that you're putting out there, it's going to resonate with someone, okay? So your brand is talking about issues that that people are experiencing out there. That's not hard. We don't have to be a top-notch psychologist or be expert at the human behavior. We can use ourselves as an example. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing it? Well, here's the reason that I'm doing this. What does my business solve? What issues does it solve for me? Well, this is what that business solves for me. And you know what? When you talk about that all the time, and you can do it in many different ways, but you keep talking about that, that is going to get someone's attention at some point in time. And they're going to say, man, he's talking about me. He's talking about me. What? Then they start asking the question to themselves. It's like, well, what is Taxman 88 doing that's got him moving in this direction? And I've been watching this guy all the time. What is it that he's doing? And when people reach out to you, and Renee, you can attest to this, it's like, what kind of business do you have? What are you doing in your business? I keep watching you all the time, and you're always on. This energy just keeps coming all the time. What is it that you're doing? Now you have an engagement, don't you?
Yeah, that is so true.
Yeah,
that is so true. I very often get, that exact question in inboxes or in emails saying, what is, like, even in my brand, like, again, I don't always talk about particular affiliate programs that I'm in. In some videos, yes, absolutely I do. But people catch videos where I don't, but that's curiosity. Like, I'm very curious. Like, I hear Taxman, I'm thinking, okay, he does something with taxes. Okay, well, what is it? How does that tie into business and stuff like, but that piques people's curiosity. You might have like a title or something like that you can use as part of your brand. So yeah, I do get that question because I talk about different aspects of business, and I bring out value for anyone, no matter what their business is. That's why I get that question a lot. And I'm out there. Like, people see my face all over the place, and that's one of the questions I very often get, does this work and how does this work? I'm like, well, you're responding to me, aren't you? That means what I'm doing is working. So that's something to consider doing.
Yeah. one of our S5 members, she's 39 years old. Her tag is a 39-year-old struggling single lady. And when she first started talking to me about that, I said, how many 39-year-old struggling ladies do you think there are out there in the world? And it dawned on her. She said, there's probably millions. Okay. So you have an audience there. Talk to them. Talk to them. Brand yourself to them because they know your story. They just want, a lot of times it's just people want to hear that there's someone else out there with the same issue and they're looking for a solution to their issue, and you can provide that. You can provide that.
On that, I'm sorry, can I pop in there real quick, Jay?
Yeah, go ahead, Barbara.
I just wanted to make a comment on that real fast. I was just, looking on Facebook posting and I saw the coolest little meme. I had to save it. I go, I have to post with this, right? And it was, it had a girl, it's just a close-up of her mug, her coffee mug. She's got her painted nails, obviously a girl. And the mug says, let me see, I gotta pull it up for you because it's so cute. I just found this, here it is. It says, single strike, taken strike, building my empire.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my God, that is so me.
And that resonated with you,
I love
didn't
it.
it, Barbara?
Yeah, and I know there's like billions of girls, billions of women, all ages. And I'm like, and even guys,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
even I know young guys and they're all like, there's no good girls left. They're all this, they're all that, because they've met really bad people. And I'm like, well, work on you. Let's work on you,
Yep. Yep. And like you brought up, like the coffee mug could be part of someone's brand. A fashion
Right.
statement could be part of, like color, like Jay was mentioning. There's so many things that you can do. Find whatever it is that you want to start as your brand and just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
You hear people all the time. You hear a lot of the gurus say, find your why. And that is so true. Why are you doing this? Answer that question for yourself. Why are you doing this? Something motivated you to do this. None of us woke up one morning and had this epiphany, I'm going to go in business for myself. Something was going on in your life that caused you to pull the trigger and make this transition, make this move. What was that? You don't have, that's a rhetorical question, but what was that? What was its impact on you? Why did it drive you to this time in your life? Answer those questions. Now that becomes your message. That becomes the way that you brand yourself, because you're not the only one on this big blue planet that has that same motivation. You're not. But a lot of times it takes people hearing it from someone else before it really sinks in. That their situation, it may seem to be a dire situation if that's what it is. And then they see someone else making that move. Now they're following you because they want to find out what it is you're doing. How are you handling this so easy? And they see that in the way that you present yourself out there, the messages that you are putting out there. And now they're listening to you and pretty much hanging on every single word, Jenny Jones.
I hear you.
Yeah, because they know, like, and trust you now.
All right, guys. So I'll interject here. I think that was a really good point that Jay made, and I think it's a good way to start bringing this to the end. It's approached the 48-minute mark. We like to keep these to about 45 minutes. So, but I'd like to ask if anyone has any other quick questions relating to branding, and give us your feedback on the webinar. You get some value out of this, so let us know what you think.
Kristen, I just want you to, just by osmosis here, can you give me some of that tech talent you got? I am so anti-tech, you don't know. I spent probably 6 hours yesterday to learn how to do a 2-video page.
Oh, gee.
but I loved it. When I got it done, it was so sexy. I was like, oh my God.
Awesome.
You bring up a
And you'd
really,
be proud of it too. You know?
Oh yeah, I'm like, I can't wait to share this. It's so hot.
tap yourself on the back. I think that brings up a good point. One of the things about branding is, and also repeating your work, is that whenever I find something that needs to be done, I'll make a recording on an instructional video and put it out there as well, and send it to my list and put it on my YouTube channel. So when you get something like that and you figure out how to do it, make yourself a video, put it as part of your library.
Yeah,
Send it.
absolutely.
People can learn from that,
Well,
and then they remember you, they join your channel, and they start following you.
Mhm.
So it's really good.
that sounds like fun. I haven't even played with that. I got that Screencast-O-Matic, but I haven't
Yes.
even played with that. I'm like, oh my God, there goes another 2 days, because I'm so slow at, like ancient brain cells don't learn that quickly. And I've always had learning problems, so this is not a surprise for me.
That's
But
cool.
when I get something, I might have to climb, you climb on the roof, I climb, the Eiffel Tower to get the same, the same flag off the top. But once I get it, I really own it and I really get it. I just have to use it and then I get it. But it
That's all that matters.
oh my God, it takes
All that
me
matters
so
is
much.
that you get it your way.
Yeah.
We all go through the same thing, and guess what?
we
Once
do.
you go through it, you now know how to do it, and you are
Yeah.
the expert.
The
Okay,
expert.
that's
And
how.
think about this one also. And I've done this, and you guys may want to do this for yourselves. You hear people having a conversation, and all of a sudden you say to yourself, "Man, that would make a great video."
I do all day.
You're thinking a word pops into your head. It's like, "Man, that would make a great video." People worry about, where am I going to get this content? It's all around us every day. All we have to do is pay attention to what's going on around us. And then the next thing you know, I'm going to make a video on that.
Yeah. If you're active, there's content. If
Yeah.
you're actively participating in your business, there's no shortage of content.
No shortage of it.
And that's a subject for another time, definitely.
I'd like to wrap it up on that. I think that leaves a good point. I hope everyone got value out of this. Appreciate everyone on here. And I look forward to doing the next one. I don't know what the topic is yet.
Here, hold on. I'll tell you what the next topic is.
All right. I know we got a plan. I just don't have it in front of me.
It's
Yeah.
not in front of me either.
Okay, so next week we'll be taking a look at what struggles are you facing with building your business. Because guess what? We all have struggles with building our
That's a
business.
5-hour seminar.
Yeah,
So-
that could be 5 days worth.
So that's next week's topic. So again, every Saturday, 6:00 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time is when we meet, and we'll always publish the link for the Zoom so you guys can come on in. So we look forward to it. Look forward to seeing you guys again. If there's someone that you would like to invite, please feel free to do so. And we're just here. We're just here to talk to you guys, collaborate with you.
Yep.
Talk about supporting you. We don't care what business you're in. We don't care what marketing systems you guys are using. We don't care. We just want to have this community where you guys can come in and we can do what we did today. Just talk about things, share things, support one another, train one another, educate one another, because we all have something to contribute to one another. And that's what this group S5 is about.
And if you're not part of we have a strategy group in Facebook, you have to be invited in. It's a secret group right now.
Oh, okay.
The only way to be in is if you're on the webinars or you're connected with one of us and we invite you in. We just don't want spammers. We're just not about any of that, because that's not what we're about. So whoever invited you here, get back with that person to get you in the group if you choose to be.
Awesome.
Hey, Renee, invite me in.
All right.
Okay.
You're in. You're
Yeah,
already in.
if I'm not already in there, Renee, slip it to me.
Okay.
And LIU,
Likewise.
I don't know who that is, but get back with the person who invited you.
Yeah. And
All right. Thanks so much, you guys. This was great.
You're very welcome.
Like you said, I just popped in.
Okay.
I'll be on crutches next week. I have my surgery next Friday. So.
All right.
You're making good progress there, Mr. Long. You're making good progress there. Yeah.
Hey, you know, it was interesting today. I met a lady at the gym who was sitting across from the machine I was on. We started talking about EGN a little bit, and so she friended me on Facebook. So I looked at her wall, and she's got pictures of them playing soccer in front of the park in front of my house.
How cute.
Today.
Okay.
Wow.
Small world. Okay, we're going to close it down, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back next Saturday, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and we'll feed you the link so that you can come in next week. And again, if you have anyone that you want to invite to this, feel free to do so, and we'll see everyone next week.
All right. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thanks, Renee. Bye, Renee.
Bye-bye.
Everybody.